This is stressing me out.
Oh yes, I told him to get it done by noon. Yes. Okay, bye. Did you finish the Johnson file?
I've been working on it all morning.
You're supposed to be done with it and put it on my desk.
Well, if you would let me at least finish it, I'd be done with it by now.
If you don't finish it at 2 o'clock, then you're going to get fired. And if you're fired, you won't have any food for your kids to buy.
Well, I don't even like my kids.
Then you're not a good dad. You're both fired.
And scene. Good job. Take a bow. Take a bow. You have that Johnson file done yet?
Almost.
Good job, dude. And that is our skit for today. We hope you. Hey, wait a minute. I'm the CEO of this company. You're all fired.
Oh, what?
What? Today, Princess Tard played the role of the project manager. Good job. Thank you very much. She wanted to put her mommy's glasses on. We came up with this skit idea on the way home from church today. Suntard played the schlep in the office who had to finish the Johnson file. Is it done yet?
No.
What is the Johnson file?
I don't know.
Maybe that's why you haven't finished it. Yeah, that Johnson file has a long ways to go. And then, of course, Baby Tard, who had the funnest time getting into her mother's jewelry, played the CEO, and she fired them both. Good job, guys. All right, you can do homework now?
Uh-huh.
Okay, good job. What's up, everybody? It is One Take Sunday. I am gonna get out of this suit. Mommy Tard is not with us today. She is on a shoot all day for a brand new Mom's View intro. It's funny because yesterday I was on a shoot all day long. If you saw my Instagram from like midnight last night, I was on set for, it was one of those 13-hour days. It was just constant sweating and waiting around and making a video. I can't wait for this one to come out. But we've been, let me just tell you about my life in the last 72 hours or something. So I was in Northridge, California, filmed all day Thursday. As soon as I was done with that, I drove from Northridge back to Venice. Got to go do some voiceover work with that person who had the voice, who's like as famous as Morgan Freeman, but I can't tell you. And I saw some of your comments. Some of you got it right. I can't say who it was. Anyways, as soon as I was done with that, you guys saw from the vlog, we left. We drove to Phoenix, left at 9 o'clock at night. We drove to Phoenix. It's a 6-hour drive. We got there at about 3:30 in the morning. We stayed at this like Days Inn or something. We checked in, and then the kids, because they slept, they all fell asleep at like 9:30. They got like a nice 6-hour nap. So by the time we got to the hotel, me and Colette were exhausted, but they were all like waking up like, whoa, we're in a new city at a hotel, and they're all excited and giddy, and it was kind of fun because they were all giggling and tickling each other, but me and Colette were just exhausted because the viewing for my uncle was the next morning at 9 a.m. So we got like, you know, we got in, by the time we got all the kids and checked into the hotel, it was like 3:30, and by the time I finally settled the kids down, it was like 4 in the morning. And so it's like we had, you know, 4 hours to sleep because we had to wake up the next morning at 8 a.m. to get ready to go to this viewing for my uncle. I woke up, it was like 6 in the morning, and Colette was crying. And I'm like, what's the matter? And she's like, Rocktar just headbutted me. Because when he gets like where he can't sleep, he's just like running and jumping all, and he's like this aggressive little 2-year-old. He's just like this ball of power. The kid is strong. And he, like, a lot of times you parents will know, you like lay in bed and the kid, you just try to like, you know, put fences, mom and dad fences around him and just keep him in bed and just try to keep him behaving. But he's like jumping all over the place, and he ended up headbutting Colette really hard, like right in the face and the nose. And this after, you know, driving 6 hours, and we're tired. So I wake up and she's crying, and so I grab Rocktard and I'm just like, hold still. And I like literally put him like in this bear death grip. And like, you are not moving. You're gonna lay on this bed with me. And I just wrap my arms around him, and he's like, And finally, I won the battle. Because a lot of time with 2-year-olds, that's what it takes, is just like holding them down until they finally submit. So finally, he falls asleep. Colette goes to sleep. We get a couple hours of rest, and we get up, get ready. We drive to the viewing, and there was no footage. That's why we did a one take yesterday. I hope you guys understand. Not that we didn't like. I just didn't want to film the funeral, you know, because of I don't know how the other family would react, and I just feel like that's like kind of a personal thing, and you know, I don't want to, you know, film something that, you know, my Uncle Hal maybe wouldn't have approved of, or I don't know. So it just felt weird to film the funeral, so we didn't. So we didn't have any footage. So we got done with the funeral, we drove across town to the burial. It was 107 degrees or something. I was standing there in my suit at the grave where they put him in the grave. What's up, dude? Can you come in? And wasn't it hot, dude? Tell them how hot it was at the funeral.
Well, I was watching on the news. It was 105 degrees.
105? Oh, I lied to them. I told them it was 107. It probably fluctuated a few degrees, though, right?
Yeah.
So, how was our uncle's funeral? Did you like it?
Yeah, kind of weird that you would say that, but
why? Well, it's not something that you like, right?
yeah,
It's a kind of like a sad thing.
Sad.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Not that you liked it and had a good time, but it was a good experience, though, don't you think? We got to see a lot of our extended family. We got to learn about our uncle. They told stories about him. We got to remember his life and celebrate.
And we learned that every time if you said, we're going fishing, he definitely would go.
Right? He was like the biggest outdoorsman there was. Do you remember what our aunt said was one of his favorite memories? Do you remember? I wrote it down, actually. Here, film me. Let me grab this little. When we were at the funeral, I have this little book that I keep in my suit coat where I write like little feelings that I have, and I just wrote a few things. He said one of his favorite memories. My aunt was reading like kind of some memoirs of his. One of his favorite memories of all time was a Christmas. He was before he got married. He was a young man. He was out hunting, and he decided to not go home for Christmas. And so he spent Christmas Eve at Courthouse Rock. Maybe some of you know where this place is. Courthouse Rock on Eagle Tail Mountain, which I think is in Phoenix, Arizona. Remember that?
I think.
But if anybody knows where Courthouse Rock on Eagle Tail Mountain is, that was one of my uncle who passed away. He had written on his computer that was one of the best Christmases he'd ever spent because he was just out there. He said he had like a transistor radio and there was like, you know, Christmas songs on, and he said he was just out there listening to the birds, and he had a huge fire, a big fire, and he just spent this Christmas all by himself. And if you knew my uncle, he was like Mr. Outdoorsman. He loved the outdoors. And anyway, so it was a good experience. We got to see our family we haven't seen in a while. Mm-hmm. And then what did we do? So right after we got done, when we went to the gravesite, what did we do?
After the gravesite?
Yeah.
We went swimming.
You're right.
And you guys took a nap.
Yes, sirree, Bob. My mom and dad, bless their hearts, we went back to the hotel. Now it's like 4 in the afternoon at this point. And, you know, me and Colette have had like 3 hours of sleep and just drove all night. So we went back to the hotel, and my mom and dad took all of the kids swimming, and me and Colette got like a 2-hour nap, which was very nice. By the time they came back, it was like, it's not long enough. I'm still tired. So then, that same day, right after they got back from swimming, we got them all ready because I had a shoot, and Colette had scout training. She had an all-day scout training yesterday on Saturday at 8 a.m. So then we get back in the van, and we leave at about 7 o'clock at night, Friday night, and we drive all the way back, and we get back here Friday night at like 2 in the morning. You know, another 6.5 hour drive. And because Colette had to get up at 8 a.m. to go to scout training all day, I drove. So I drove 6.5 hours listening to George Norrie AM, Coast to Coast. If any of you know that, it's this guy who has this AM show, and he talks about like demons and like UFO encounters and spirit sightings and stuff. And it was kind of trippy because, one, I'm delirious because I've only slept like, 5 hours in 48 hours, and I've driven like 700 miles at this point. But I'm listening to this radio show where they have these call-in guests that are calling in, like telling all these stories about when they've seen ghosts and seen spirits and stuff. So it definitely kept me awake. It was a good show to listen to driving from Phoenix back to Los Angeles. So we get back here at 2 in the morning, put the kids to bed, and then the next morning we wake up. Colette has to get up at 8 a.m., go to scout training all day. I get up, feed the kids breakfast, and then Dana Banana, our good friend Dana Richards, she came and watched the kids, and then I went back up to Northridge, California, and was on set yesterday for 13 hours filming something with Sam Macaroni and a huge crew. I was counting as I was sitting there waiting for them to change the lights. There's like 38 I think at the most that I counted, 38 people on set, which is kind of intimidating when it's your turn. And there's like 30 people standing behind the camera, and Sam Macaroni's the director. He's like, camera rolling, sound speed, action. And I have to perform my lines, and there's 30-something people behind the camera watching me perform. But it was weird in the sense that it wasn't as hard as it was when I first started doing it. When we first moved out here to LA, and I went on a set for Take 180 and was Shrek, which I think that's been taken down. You guys remember, if any of you have been watching me for a while, I did, for Take 180, I did this thing where I was Shrek, and I remember going on that set, and there was like 20 people. That was maybe like the first big, like, official set that I've been on, and there were so many people, and I was like, this is intimidating. But now it just feels like, well, especially with Maker, because everybody that works there, like, I've known for 4 years now, so we're all friends. Anyways, then I was filming last night till about 1, drove to Venice from Northridge, which is about a 45-minute drive. Went to bed last night at like 2 in the morning. Then I had to get up this morning at 8:30. Well, I got up at 7:30 because I have a ward council meeting. I'm the primary president. No, I'm the Sunday school president at church. So then I have to go to this thing called ward council, which means I have to go to the meeting with like some of the other leaders in the church. Anyway, so that's what I did in the last 72 hours, and that's why we didn't vlog very much of it, because it's been a lot of driving and filming and funerals. We're home from church. It's 2:15 in the afternoon, and guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to upload this video. I'm going to take a freaking nap, because I have probably slept maybe 8 hours in the last 72 hours or so. It's been insane. We love you guys. Happy Sunday to you. We appreciate you guys watching these videos and being a part of our lives, giving us this opportunity. We knew this was going to be a crazy weekend, and we are appreciative of you guys for being patient with the vlogs and understanding why they aren't the best. So I hope you like that little skit. Maybe we'll start doing those every Sunday, skit Sundays. We'll do like a skit Sunday / one taker. Maybe we should just do more of those, right? Because those kids are hilarious, and you guys like them more than me. Don't you admit it? We'll see you guys tomorrow. I think we have some footage. Honey! She's gone. She's at a shoot right now. I think I'll get some footage so we can upload it tomorrow. Exhausted. I'm going to take a nap. I'm going to duct tape the children down to their beds, stick socks in their mouths, and then I'm going to take about a 5 or 6 hour nap. It's going to be glorious. See you guys tomorrow, okay? Bye! Okay, camera's rolling, and action.
Oh, it's stressing me out.
Oh, yes, I told him to get it done. At noon. Okay, bye. Did you get the Johnston file done yet?
I've been working on that all morning.
You're supposed to be done with it at noon and on my desk.
Well, if you want, let me finish it for. If you would let me finish it for 2 seconds, I could finish it.
If you don't finish it at 2 o'clock, then you'll get fired.
Well,
Camera's rolling. Action.
oh, this is stressing me out.
Yes, I told him to get it done. Okay, bye. Is the Johnson file done?
I've been working on it all morning.
It's supposed to be on my desk at noon.
Well, if you would leave me alone for 2 seconds, I could get it done.
If you don't finish it at 2 o'clock, then you won't have any money to buy food for your kids.
Wait,
It's stressing me
wait.
out.
Okay, wait.